While hotels are usually seen as an exciting getaway, these buildings hold a dark secret. In this video, we count down 5 mysterious and haunted hotels. The Queen Mary is a ship that is larger in size than the Titanic, and is often referred to as the most haunted ship in America. Operational since the 1930s either as a seaworthy vessel or simply a tourist attraction, the ship made its final voyage on October 31st, 1967, and has since been docked in Long Beach, California since December 1967. It's now used as a unique getaway experience for people looking to book a stay on board the ship, and enjoy the view of the Pacific Ocean outside their window. As tranquil as that sounds, guests often experience sleepless nights during their stay on the Queen Mary. Paranormal activity has been reported on the ship for many years, and guests and staff often claim to see full apparitions, hearing children laughing when no children are present, and smell cigars where no cigars are being smoked. One guest said the following: "I was staying on the ship with my husband. We both knew the history of the boat and was looking forward to spending some time on this incredible ship. Our stay started well, but during the night the boat took on a different feel. There would be random cold spots in our room, and every so often we would hear people talking. What was strange was we could never make out what the voices were saying. Whenever we tried to follow the voices, they seemed to just disappear. It was an eerie experience." The Marshall House is a very haunted place in Savannah. It was built in 1851 and during the Civil War was occupied by General Sherman, and used as a Union hospital until the end of the war. 1864 was an extremely cold year and the ground was frozen. Rather than bury body parts, the doctors were forced to bury them under the floorboards. It's said by many that the Marshall Hotel is a great hotel to have a paranormal encounter. When the hotel was restored in 1999, workers were replacing some damaged floorboards downstairs when they found human remains. The area was closed and treated as a crime scene, but they soon learned that the downstairs had once been the hospital surgery room. Otherworldly stories persist about the property. Before the hotel reopened in August of 1999, the staff reported strange odours and something they could only describe as bad vibes. This come from rooms 214, 314 and 414. Many different types of deodorizers were used to no avail, and even an ozone machine was tried to remove the odour without success. Finally, the staff tried something drastic: a group prayer. This worked nearly immediately in rooms 214 and 314, but 414 was different. That particular room had an aura and an odour so oppressive that the staff members could not stay in the room long enough to pray. Finally, the housekeeping manager fixed on a unique solution. A radio tuned to a gospel station was placed in the room, with the volume turned up. This apparently worked, since the odour and strange menacing vibes have not been experienced since. Some staff members and guests have reported hearing the sounds of a small child bouncing a ball up and down the hallways of the hotel. Many hotel guests have asked about the disembodied sounds of the pitter-patter of child's feet in the halls, or of a child laughing. A physician and his wife mentioned an encounter with something paranormal at a checkout one morning. It seems the doctor had been awakened several times by a gentle tingling sensation on his feet. This happened in the middle of the night. In his sleepy state, he was convinced that an apparition was responsible for the sensation of something lightly brushing his feet. The last time it occurred, he looked down to see a little girl tickling his feet. She smiled and vanished. It was born of marble rock before it came with the most luxurious hotels in all of San Antonio, Texas. In comparison to many other historic hotels, the Emily Morgan Hotel has only been in action since its grand opening in 1984. Since then, the number of accolades the Emily Morgan has received has been countless. In 2015, it was inducted into the Historic Hotels of America organization. Its historic importance within San Antonio was noted even earlier, when it was recognized by the National Register of Historic Places as part of the Alamo Plaza Historic District. With its rather unique past, it should come as no wonder that the Emily Morgan is considered to be one of the most haunted hotels in all of Texas. According to various reports, even some given by the hotel's own sales manager, The most haunted floors are the 7th, 9th and 14th in addition to the basement. It was these particular floors that at one time functioned as the psychiatric ward, surgery level waiting area and morgue. At the Emily Morgan, almost all of the paranormal reports involve ghosts and spirits from when the building was the medical building. Guests have reported strange things occurring on these particular levels. The sensation of feeling something cool brush up against you, even as the lingering heavy scent of medicine settles in your nose. Up on the 14th floor, the scent is more than just overwhelming. This hotel was listed as the 3rd most haunted hotel in the world. The Langham Hotel in London is a luxurious 5-star hotel, often referred to as the original Grand Hotel, but in it lies a darker secret. The Langham is thought to be one of the most haunted hotels in all of London. The hotel was first built in 1865, and with nearly 500 rooms and suites, it's really not surprising that a number of ghosts have been seen regularly at the hotel. The paranormal activity at the hotel became apparent when it was owned by the BBC, when it was discovered that there was at least 5 ghosts that made a regular appearance at the hotel. The most active of the ghosts at the hotel is said to be that of a German prince, who was thought to have met his death when he threw himself out of the window of an upper story room. Guests have seen his ghostly form move through walls and closed doors, and he is often accompanied by a sudden drop in temperature. Room 333 is supposed to be the most haunted. Ghoststory.co.uk shared this story. In this room, a BBC newscaster woke up to see a fluorescent ball of light which slowly took a human form. The apparition hovered 2 feet above the floor. With the lower portion of its legs missing, it was dressed in Victorian evening wear. The announcer tried to communicate with the ghost, asking what it wanted. The spirit slowly moved towards the newscaster's arms. The announcer fled in distress to the safety of one of his co-workers and told them about his encounter. A colleague accompanied him back to his room. The ghost was still there when they entered, but apparently less visible and less threatening before slowly fading away. Other BBC staff reported seeing the apparition in the same room. Most recently, during the England cricket team's stay at the hotel, reports surfaced that some of the members of the team were having trouble sleeping in the rooms, with some wives refusing to even stay in the hotel. England's bowler Stuart Broad recounts one experience during his stay that forced him to move rooms. He said the following: "It was so hot in the room I just couldn't sleep. All of a sudden the taps in the bathroom came on for no reason. I turned on the lights and the taps turned themselves off. Then when I turned the lights off again, the taps came on. It was really weird. It really freaked me out and I ended up asking to move rooms." This 16th century Tudor building has a rich history. It also has a number of spirits lurking in its corridors. The ghost of a dog, a one-time maid who likes to tuck people into bed, and the spirit of a young boy have all been reported. The original foundations of the Tudor house were laid in 1540. However, the main building was built sometime in the 17th century. Floor elevations were added in 1701, and restorations was carried out in 1897. An interesting thing to note is that the door leading to the garden has axe marks, believed to be made by Oliver Cromwell's soldiers. The Tudor house was turned into a hotel in 1926. The Tudor House Hotel has a rich history. Dating back to 1540, it's little wonder there's a few spectres that have decided to stay here long after death. The most frequent of all the reports here is of a woman, known as the Grey Lady. However, some people have reported seeing a woman in white. It's not known whether or not these two are the same. A lady's been seen walking the corridors on several occasions, vanishing upon reaching a doorway. Believed to be the ghost of a maid who once worked here, who upon cruel treatment by a mistress became severely depressed. She eventually leaped from the top floor, plunging to the garden below. There is also the reported sighting of a black Labrador. The ghostly apparition of this dog has also been seen many times, most frequently at the top of the main stairs. Reports also suggest the hotel was haunted by a small drummer boy, who has awoken many guests in the middle of the night to the loud sound of a kettle drum. So that was 5 haunted hotels. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe for more countdown videos.